If you're not a zombie, or if your brain has been reactivated after years of suffering from zombieism, you're well aware by now that webcams are extremely vulnerable to hackers. The webcam and the microphone built into your computer, into your laptop, or your desktop can easily be remotely activated. Same with the new smart televisions, finally making its way into the mainstream news, even though people in the resistance have known about this and reported about this and warned about it for years. And so is your cell phone, of course. Here, Glenn Beck's The Blaze finally reports on it August 2nd, 2013. You're just 6 years behind the times there, Glenn Beck. This has been out for 6, maybe 7 years that the NSA, CIA, FBI, your friends at the federal family over there can just remotely activate your cell phone even when it's powered down. More recently, it's becoming well aware to some that cars can be hacked. Yes, cars can be remotely activated, deactivated, have the gas pedals pressed, have the steering wheels just spun, crashing you into the side of the road. Yeah, this is mainstream news. Car and Driver magazine, Forbes magazine, just get up to speed here. Trying to help you out, trying to cure you from your zombieism. If this is news to you, if you can't understand, yachts have been hacked remotely. Baby monitors can be remotely activated, hacked into. People can yell and have just harassed children remotely. Toilets could be hacked, yes. And add homes. Just add an entire home to the list of things that can and have been hacked. This is a fairly recent report published about a month ago in Forbes magazine about a guy who demonstrated how he could easily hack into the lighting systems of various homes remotely from hundreds of miles away. And so just many people are becoming aware that they like to have their smart house, their smart home. People like to be able to turn the lights off from their cell phone. They're just too lazy to just get up and turn the lights off. They need to sit on the couch and turn the lights off, or turn the hot tub on, open the garage door with your cell phone. Oh, it's so cute, it's so cool. But many of these home systems are vulnerable to hackers. This is a fascinating article. Quote, I can see all of your devices in your home and I think I can control them. The reporter said to an individual, a complete stranger, just a couple states away, hundreds of miles away, and he was able to just turn off the lights in his house, could open the garage door, could probably unlock the locks on his front door, could turn his hot tub on, could turn the heat up, could turn the heat off, could crank the air conditioner up. If it was wintertime, he could just turn the heat off. If somebody was on vacation or gone for a few days, the temperature would drop so low that the pipes would then freeze and crack, just creating thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage in the house. Something that up until recently would have had to have been done by somebody actually physically breaking and entering into the house. But in the Orwellian nightmare, we have become to rely on technology to do everything for us. And so now smart homes, we need to come up with a new name for them. They're not exactly dumb homes, vulnerable homes, hackable homes. That's what they are. Hey, I got my new hackable home system over here. I can turn the lights off on my cell phone. So these homes that have these systems, which is a huge and emerging industry, Reuters reported $1.5 billion in 2012 was spent on hackable home systems. I'm sorry, smart home systems. Lazy, big, blubbering, blob, lazy couch potato home systems. It's a fascinating read. You should go and read this article and just be aware of the dangers. And if you're new to my work, then you're probably quite surprised about the hackable toilet. The hackable baby monitor surprised a lot of people. If you missed the story, baby monitors are vulnerable to hackers. And there was a story of a poor family that walked into their child's room, their just newborn baby's room, and heard somebody yelling obscenities over the baby monitor at the child even knew the child's name because this pervert, this sicko, could see the child's name through the baby monitor that was printed on the wall in the child's room. Also, some students at University of Texas were able to hack a yacht by spoofing the GPS system, and they could have just steered it off into the rocks if they wanted to. And let's not forget about the hacking incident, the car hacking incident that is what may have killed Michael Hastings, may have murdered Michael Hastings in a cyber attack. Many people are still unable to wrap their mind around this technology. Many of the mainstream mentally enslaved, psychologically sedated suckers, their brains have been put in a blender of the urine stream, mainstream media. They don't even have really the mental capacity to understand what the technology is capable of doing. They only have the ability to post pictures on Facebook of what they had for lunch or comment on mindless posts from some of their psychologically sedated friends. Or play video games or watch television on their smartphone. They just can't understand the vulnerable states. In the future, cell phones, I'll do a different video on this, but the coming cell phones and coming computer systems are going to have the microphones just activated all the time, listening constantly for keywords or commands. You know, right now you got to press the button on your cell phone to activate Siri. I mean, if the government's not spying on you and listening to you, or some, hacker, pervert, some sicko in the NSA who can remotely activate those microphones and cameras just with a few clicks of a keyboard there. But for the most part, if you want to activate Siri or activate the Google voice search, you have to press the button on your cell phone to activate the microphone. But as the battery power gets more advanced, the cell phones, and particularly the home computers that are just wired into the electrical grid, they're going to just always be on. They'll just always be listening to you. It's going to be kind of like the Demolition Man. Some of you, if you're over 30, probably remember Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, where they just had monitors around that were listening to people, and if you swore, if you used the curse word, it heard you, and using the voice print, the voice recognition, it knew who you were, and it would just automatically issue you a fine. So in the coming years, we may be living in such an Orwellian nightmare that if you and your friends are just sitting around joking about, fantasizing about maybe, robbing a bank after watching a mainstream media film about bank robberies, and you and your buddies are just joking about how great it would be to go and rob a bank, having clear no intention, no capability, making no steps to actually move towards that objective. But just happened to mention it, Big Brother, the Orwellian system, this artificial intelligent Lucifer singularity artellect may detect that, and just may have to look at you a little bit closer, may have to put you under a little closer scrutiny. Starting to slander the president, may have to take a little closer look at you, may have to forward your profile over to the IRS, may have to take a closer look at your expenses. Been talking too much trash about the president. You gotta maybe need to up your meds then. Uh-oh, you're smoking marijuana and you own a firearm. Big Brother will have detected that. That's a violation. You just lose your firearm license then. That is the Orwellian nightmare. That is the society that we are moving towards. And it appears that most people are going to welcome it with open arms. These are the same people that are just too lazy to now apparently just press a button to channel surf. They need the voice command. Can't even reach for the remote, can't even press a button, can't even move their thumb. They need to just, channel up. Channel 125. Channel 153. Then the next step will just be to wire a neural interface into your brain so you just think it, and then the channel changes. Like in the Matrix. I mean, that's what they're planning. By 2045, they expect you to have a neural interface wired into your head. Just wiring Google right into your brain. It's the mark of the beast. Just here to warn you. Just planting seeds. Just trying to show you what's coming. Giving you the heads up. It's coming around the bend in this Orwellian nightmare. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Check out the previous videos, the playlist. Stay tuned for Man on the Street Mondays. Every Monday, I do a new Man on the Street for the foreseeable future. I still have a bunch of ideas I'm going to try to pull off, see if the zombie public are just gullible enough, see if their brains have become so mush that they will just sign the petitions for some of the future crazy ideas that I have. If you've missed them, there's a playlist, youtube.com/markdice. Subscribe to my backup channel too, youtube.com/the-resistance. youtube.com/THE resistance, the resistance. That's my secondary channel. Maybe I'll start posting more on there, but just subscribe to there just as a plan B. So stay tuned. More videos coming soon. Hit me up on Facebook and Twitter. You can check out my book, Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Come True. It's on Amazon.com in paperback or any of your e-reader. It's not available in stores. So if you want to get yourself up to speed, if this is news to you, if this is surprising to you, this is just the tip of the Orwellian iceberg. You got some homework you got to do. You got some catching up that you need to do, so I can help you out with that. So thanks again for watching. I'm Mark Dice. Over and out.